Hello, and welcome to another episode of this Nirvanic Journey where we are aligning our health with our enlightenment. Okay. All right. Today we're going to discuss the impact that mental health or even self inflicted negative thoughts and depression has on the health of our brain. Okay. The medical journal that I'm going to use or primarily be speaking from is was a study that was paid for by the AARP. Many of you may have heard of that. Okay, it's a United States-based company whose whose stated mission is to empower people to choose how they live as they age. So it's really a wonderfully based company. It's wonderful. They give activities and vacations and stuff like that. The AARP had more than 38 million members as of 2018 when this article was written. Okay, I'm pretty sure that membership like allows discounts on hotels and restaurants and different things like that for people that are of a certain age or older. Which I won't be mentioning the age because I may or may not be nearing that age. I'm not sure, but anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and skip over that guy. Okay, so the AARP looking to make suggestions to their clientele. Um, about longevity and health and stuff like that, organized and collaborated with a group called the Global Council on Brain Health, and we're going to call that the GCBH, which is an independent group of scientists, health professionals, scholars, and policy experts from around the world working in areas of brain studies. Okay, so they had some really good guys in there working behind that to find out what helps keep that brain young and healthy. The GCBH studied over 1,200 people, and they found that overall, those who scored higher on the scale of mental well being also reported themselves to have better memory and thinking skills than those that reported lower mental well being. Remember, this was a survey, so they were self reporting, okay? Which that's important. That says a lot, okay, about people's negative and positivity, okay? This is absolutely huge because this new age of positivity and knowledge about the dangers of a high stress lifestyle, and you see that all over the news. And learning to breathe, do yoga for good health overall. We're learning that negative thinking is the it's the direct cause of derailing yourself. Okay, basically. Um, Stress and negativity go hand in hand because one causes the other typically. Okay, we have to look at our perceptions and learn to retrain our mind. It is never too late to retrain your mind how to think. I don't care if you're 16 or if you're 60. Okay, it's never too late. It takes 30 days to create a new habit. And you will be surprised that once you start actively looking to get rid of negativity in your life, just how negative we all tend to be. And unless we make a conscious decision not to live according to our ego, okay? Ego. That's our flesh, our desire, our need for addictions, our need for sex, our need for all these kind of things like that. That's ego, okay? If we're trying to align ourselves with our spirituality, we're trying to meditate, we're all those kind of things, that is our soul, that's our spirit, okay? All right, so when you choose to accept a negative outlook, you are fighting against an innately positive spirit that's in every single one of us. Okay, it's kind of like the yin and yang kind of thing. And we have both. We all have both, and we wouldn't function properly without it. Okay, we need it because just like that song, you only see the light when it's getting dark, or you only see the dark when it's getting light. Something like that. When you've seen the sun, that's the only time you can see the darkness. Okay, so we need both in our life. It's not like the yin is all bad. Okay, you got to have that side too. But we want to lean more towards that spiritual yang side. Okay, we want to like really, really focus on that because you know where your energy goes, your energy flows. Okay, I would suggest listening to people like Tony Robbins, Bob Proctor. Love Bob Proctor. I love him. Joe Dispenza. Their teachings about getting your mind on a path to positivity. It is life changing. I am sure that you guys all heard that it takes a lot more muscles to frown. It takes so many more muscles to frown than it does to smile. And smiling sends happy chemicals throughout your body. Okay, it's going to keep you nice and healthy. I remember my son used to tell me that he didn't want to go to school. He was in high school, and you think, oh, well, that's typical. He's a teenager. Yeah, but he was it was because he was so positive. He would go to school and he's whistling, down the hall and getting along with all the teachers. He thought this was great. The teachers are nice, the school's great, homework's easy, stuff like that. And people were all they could do was complain. The teenagers, they were like, God, they were just always in a negative state of mind. They hated their parents. They hated their backpack. They hated their homework. They hated their teachers. They hated the car they drove. They hated the house they lived in. They hated, everything about school. And it was just so negative. He was like, oh, it was just like spiritually draining on him to go to school. And so I felt, good about that. But it doesn't matter. Like basically, gratefulness is like the key to getting outside of that egoistic mindset. Okay. Gratefulness. So, no matter how much you have or how rich you are, humility is something you have to teach. Ego is very selfish. Ego wants what ego wants. Okay, I want my food now. I want my diaper change now. I want I want you to hold me now. I want what I want right now. That's ego. Okay, but we're trying to retrain our minds to think in a more spiritual mindset. Okay. Um, so back on track to brain health and the brain discussion that we started out with. Okay, a study was performed in 2016, which I will link below, that evaluated the roles of optimism and life purpose associated with brain health. They found that greater levels of positivity, optimistic thinking, and life satisfaction and purpose were associated with a lower risk of dementia. Okay, they also found that a sense of purpose in life was one of the strongest predictors of better overall brain health, as well as a 20% reduction in a risk of brain pathologies such as dementia or Alzheimer's. After reading dozens of articles on this and after seeing people being healed from PTSD and mental anguish, long term depression, just by merely changing the way they think and the way they perceive things in life, okay? Um, basically, if you take control of your life and do not let your past dictate your future or your present moment. We need to live in the present. We don't need to be worried about the future, thinking about the future so much, other than setting goals. That's important. Okay, but you don't want to live in the past because you're missing the present. Okay, and it's a gift. Not to be cliche, but okay, so I lost my little place I was on here, but basically you get what I'm saying. If you have not watched like Joe Dispenza or any of those, you should watch his testimony and how he used his mind to transmute his health, okay, to change his health from a negative place, needing surgeries and all this kind of stuff, and he was able to heal himself just by believing, by thinking. Feeling is the secret. Okay, guys, that's a book that you need to read. Okay, his story, even if you don't believe that he was able to fix his bones, okay, via positive thinking, if you don't believe that, it doesn't matter because it is scientifically proven that quantum physics and you can change water by positive and negative affirmations. You can grow plants by positive affirmations. You can, you feel better by positive affirmations. Everybody can approve that, and everybody can agree with that. That when you have a positive outlook and when you don't have a negative, it takes so much energy to be negative. Okay, um, so basically, the purpose of this channel is not to tell you that if you've had childhood trauma, bullying as a child, you've got PTSD or you had marital abuse or trauma bonds or anything like that, that you are doomed to experience like health issues, because that's what the world will tell you. They'll be like, oh, well, if you've had a crappy childhood, I'm pretty sure most people have had something happen in their childhood, okay, that they wish that it hadn't happened, or, they can go back and say like, well, if my mom hadn't said this, or if my teacher hadn't told me this, or, if I hadn't have been abused for years and years, if I wasn't in foster care, guys, there's people that are in wheelchairs, people that have paralysis and are bound to a wheelchair, people who have cancer and things like that. You can still have a happy mindset. That is your choice. It's your choice to perceive things the way that you do. Okay. The purpose of this channel is, though, to tell you to change your thinking, and you will have 110% positive outcome if you take control of your health right now. Okay, like I said, it's never too late as long as you're drawing breath to change and transform your health. You can take control of your own future. Okay, the way you choose to think will not only affect your longevity, but your current and future mental health, as I'm trying to tell you. If you want to get to the root of your issues and stop putting band-aids on the act, that doctors love to put band-aids, and I'm not blaming them. Okay, that's how they're taught in medical school. Okay, you're treating the symptoms. Okay, oh, you have fatigue, let's give you a pill to make you feel better. Oh, you can't sleep at night, let's give you a sleeping pill. Oh, you're feeling anxiety, let's give you Prozac or whatever the heck it is. Okay. So they're always trying to treat symptoms. Boy, if we could get to the root issue, wouldn't that be amazing if we just get better from the root? Okay. So basically, I was going to suggest that you find a naturopath in your area that could do hair testing on you. Hair testing can give you vitamin deficiencies that you have. It can tell you, some health challenges you may be facing that you can easily fix with different therapies and things like that you can go through. So I would highly suggest finding that. I'm going to put a link below to where you can look up a naturopath in your area. Also, globally, no matter where you are on the globe. And then, but if you don't have a naturopath near you, or you'd rather see a medical doctor, that's fine too. I totally get that. Go to your medical doctor, and you can walk in there because guess what? You're paying for the insurance. You're paying the bill to see him. You're paying the copay, whatever that is, from $5 all the way up to $100, whatever it is. Or if you don't have insurance, you're paying for the whole thing. Okay, so you are the patient. You have the right to request what you want. Okay, so I have some tests I was going to request, or I was going to suggest that you request from your doctor that could help with basic stuff that people are lacking in that they don't know that's causing depression and things like that. Okay, so number one, I would ask them to check your iron levels. Okay, I worked in pediatrics for years. We checked the kids' iron levels when they were infants, three different times as infants. I think 2 months, 9 months, and 18 months, something like that. And then as an adult, once they got to be teenagers, we'd start checking, especially girls, once they started their period and things like that. But iron level, boy, that can cause fatigue, even if you're fit. I was it's a long story. I'll probably do another whole video on iron. But anyway, it's easy to check. One little finger stick, and within a minute, you'll have the results. Okay. So check for iron levels. Get them to run a CBC, which is a complete blood count. Okay. That can diagnose autoimmune disorders, bone marrow issues, cancer, dehydration, heart disease, infection, as well as vitamin mineral deficiencies. Okay. Some of those things can be healed with basic things, minerals and vitamins. CMP, a metabolic panel. Okay. The complete metabolic panel can diagnose issues such as diabetes, kidney disease, liver disease, and vitamin hypertension, blood pressure. Okay, so the metabolic panel is really, really good. Okay, to check for those kind of things. Vitamin B, especially if you have this run in your family. Vitamin B, I would get them to check every vitamin B that they have that they can offer to check for. There's a vitamin B complex test, which a lot of labs will do, and that'll test for all the vitamin B deficiencies that you could have. Okay, vitamin B causes fatigue, just an overall lack of non-well-being. Okay, when you don't feel good, you just don't have that and that drive. It can give you energy. It's really amazing. I take a B complex vitamin every day. Vitamin B, vitamin E. Okay, that's a test that you should have run for sure. If you're lacking in vitamin E, that can affect your skin, your health, your skin health, your hair, your the ability of your skin to heal. Ascorbic acid or vitamin C. Okay, that's immune support and skin regeneration. Vitamin D. I have a whole video on vitamin D. Okay, so go back and watch that from my channel. Food allergy panel, which tests for basic food allergies that most people are allergic to, such as eggs, peanuts, soy, milk, various shellfish, nuts, fish, just regular fish, wheat, corn, and some seeds like sesame seeds and stuff that people are allergic to. If you find out you have a food allergy, you might cure 5 things. And that's another video I can make that from personal experience. Okay. I am allergic to gluten. Okay. Wheat, gluten. So I can't have any wheat products. That can cause a myriad of health problems. Okay. Including gut issues, bile issues, skin issues, itching, and all these kind of different things. Psoriasis even. Okay, so you can also you can request an environmental panel, which tests for like domestic animals like cats and dogs. I hope you're not allergic to cats and dogs. That's so sad. I remember finding this one kid that was allergic to cats and dogs, and he loved both so much. He was devastated. But you can also take shots, and there's hope for that. There's help for that, okay, if you are. Um, Grass, trees, pollen, blah, blah, blah. Once you get your results back, you can get on a good plan of action. You can be positive. You can go on Google. You can search it. You don't have to wake up every day feeling like crap. Okay. I don't want anybody to feel like crap. I want y'all to wake up every day feeling glorious and healthy and ready to take on this new age. Okay. So thank you so much for joining me today. God bless each and every one of you. I love you. Thank you for watching. And please hit the like button if you liked it. Okay. And share it if you think it might help somebody else that might be suffering from health problems. And have a great day. Namaste.